Hi everyone, it's Janine from It's Naturally Neen, and today I'd like to talk about 3 things I wish I knew when I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, or I guess I should say juvenile idiopathic arthritis because I was 15 at the time. So if you are newly diagnosed with an autoimmune condition or you're on your healing journey, these 3 points may apply to you. The first thing I want to start with is diet. So doctors are going to tell you, or at least most doctors will tell you, that diet doesn't matter with autoimmune. You can eat what you want. That's at least what my doctors have told me for about 20 years now. And then there's other people who will tell you diet can heal this. And they may even be like, why haven't you healed this already? Diet takes care of that, duh. So what do I want to say about that? The first thing is, to the doctors, diet absolutely does matter. 100%. It's crazy to me that people think that diet could not matter. Everything in our body is connected. What we put in our body affects the rest of it. So, for me, if I eat the wrong thing, I'm going to say quote unquote the wrong thing, something that doesn't work with my body, I will feel it the next day. For me, it's pretty quick. It can be in a matter of 6 hours. It can be that day. Often the next day. I wake up in the morning and I know it. And if I stay on that diet, if I continue to eat the offending food, I will stay at that level of pain, and usually it will continue to worsen. However, if I have my diet down packed and I'm eating what works for my body, I can be nearly symptom-free. Granted, I'm on a medication right now, so the 2 in combination will get me symptom-free. The diet that I have found has worked best for me is a carnivore-based diet, more animal-based, and I know this was contrary to everything that I had learned before. I've been on the vegan diet. I was vegetarian, pescatarian, raw vegan, headed towards fruitarian. Those diets I only got worse on. It wasn't until I went fully meat-based and actually cut out the fruits and veggies that I was feeling relief. So, diet matters. Now, to the people who say, you can heal this with diet, that may be true. And there are people who have done it. Do I think that they actually healed the condition? Personally, no. I think that they took away triggers that were flaring up the condition. At the end of the day, though, when you're dealing with a debilitating autoimmune condition, all you're looking for is relief. So any relief you can get is huge. Just in my experience personally, diet up until this point has not been enough for me to completely come off medication. So there's definitely hope there. It's just an individual basis. And if diet alone isn't doing the trick for you, that's okay. You're not an outlier. You're not abnormal. So no hardship on yourself about that. Okay, the second point I want to address, there are going to be people who will tell you these medications are poison, they're toxic, they're trash, throw them in the trash, they're going to kill you, they're only going to make things worse, they're going to create more symptoms. So, medication can be hard on the liver, 100%. They can and often do come with side effects. And so, if medication is needed, obviously, it's great to be able to be on the least amount that would be effective for you. But I myself experimented going without medication for a few years, and it was a nightmare. I was in a dark night of the soul. I was in a living hell. I ended up getting significant joint damage in my hands, my wrists, my knees. It's something that I would never do again and would never recommend anyone else to do. So if you need medication, take medication. Honor where your body is at now, where it's at today. And if I were to advise anyone on this, I would say take the medication and work to get at the root cause. simultaneously. And when your body is safe enough, stable enough, secure enough that you can decrease your medication, then do it that way. There should be no shame in taking medication. I would recommend blocking those people out entirely because honestly, it's coming from a fear space. That messaging of, oh, these medications are going to kill you, it makes me constrict in my body. How is that helpful for anyone? And I personally believe that we co-create our reality. So if we're walking around believing, oh my God, this medication is going to kill me, it's going to have horrible side effects, it's going to make me worse than I was before, you're much more likely to have a hard experience with that medication than if you went in believing, oh my God, this thing it's going to take care of my symptoms, it's going to bring me relief, it's going to provide a bridge for me while I work at healing at the root. We get to choose our thoughts. We do. So the messaging about medication killing you, personally, I would just wipe that out. Okay, the third and final point that I want to make, you're going to have your doctors tell you that you will have this condition for life, you will need medication for life. I was told that when I was 15. I was very impressionable. I knew nothing about arthritis, didn't know it was possible for a kid to get arthritis. I was scared, and I believed the expert, the authority in charge. And it's now been 20 years of me trying to reverse that subconscious programming, and I've done a lot of work around that. The thing is, there are people who do heal these autoimmune conditions. There's people who heal rheumatoid arthritis specifically. It may be through diet, it may be through other modalities, but there are people who have done it and who have gotten off their medication when they were told that they wouldn't. There are so many miracles that happen. People who have stage 4 cancer that completely clear it. So why are we limiting ourselves to this belief that I'm going to have this for life? It's almost like putting yourself in a prison. And again, going back to the idea that we co-create our reality, if we're walking around firmly believing that I'm going to have this for life, this is my destiny, it's going to be really hard to create any reality other than that. And I just want to remind you that it's not true. It doesn't have to be true, and we get to choose that. We have power. So to recap, diet matters, it absolutely matters, and at the same time, it may or may not be enough for you. 2, these medications will kill you, just not helpful messaging, and medication can be absolutely necessary. There's no shame in that. Finally, who says I'm going to be on these medications for life? No, thank you. If you thought this was helpful, I'd love to hear about your experience with autoimmune down in the comments, and please click subscribe if you'd like to hear more content like this.